Hi friends, so today is Thursday, February 2nd, and this is going to be the start of a reading vlog. So in this vlog, we are going to read the first book for February for me, which is going to be Blood Orange by Karina Hall. I think it's Hall. Karina Hall. And I wanted to do this in a vlog because this is actually going to be my very first time reading a dark romance. So I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I think that I will, but we'll see. I am really excited. So the premise of this one is that we are following Dracula pretty much, but he goes by, like, his real name's like a different name, but he goes by and like was the inspiration to Dracula, I guess. And we follow him and like another person. I'm already butchering this. We follow him and another person, and she is actually sent to kill him, pretty much. She is a witch who hunts vampires, and she is sent to kill Dracula. Okay, got it. I think that covers that. And from there, I'm assuming romance begins, and it's dark. That's all I got. There is actually a page, which I really appreciate. There is a page that the author included that has a content warning on it, so that's really cool. It doesn't mean anything to me because I don't really know what I do and do not like on page yet in terms of like dark romance kind of stuff. Most of this stuff is like not a big deal. Like, I've read some of this stuff in other books, but other things on this page I am not sure how I'm going to feel about. So we will see, and we will experience that together. How exciting. I did start it a little bit today. I'm on page 36, so I'm not like deep at all into it. I just started it when I had some free time at work. And I mean, so far, so good. I don't know, like, I'm not like obsessed with it yet because I'm 36 pages in, but I'm also not like, this is gonna suck, so we'll see. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it yet, other than I'm excited. And yeah, we will see how I feel about dark romance after this. I just really enjoyed the last book that I read, which was Magnolia Parks, which is like, just like toxic relationship and like humans, like no vampires or witches, but it's like a toxic romance. And I really, really, really enjoyed that book. Like, I ate it up. So I kind of wanted to stay in like the romance kind of area, but change it up a little bit, make it dark, make it fantasy-y. So I'm going to take a bath and relax a little bit and start reading. Hello, hi, what's going on? How are you? So I am officially just about, hold on, let me check actually. I am just under halfway done through Blood Orange by Karina Hall, and I am really enjoying it, okay? I like didn't really realize the plot really of this story, and the plot is giving. It is actually so good for the plot. I really enjoy it. The plot's good. And then the smut, the spice, is good. It's good. There has, so far, I'm on page 156. There's been 2, maybe 3, but I think just 2 very spicy scenes. No, 3. There's been 3 very spicy scenes, and I think that like, they were really good, and I feel like it's just so well balanced with plot. That is like my one issue sometimes with like smut, is I don't necessarily like smut for smut's sake. Although I guess some of the smut that's happened in this so far is kind of just smut for smut's sake, but I don't know, it was like good. So I liked it, and I forgive it. And it's just so well balanced with like a good plot, and I'm like invested in the plot. I'm invested in the conflicts that are coming up. I'm invested in the romance. I'm invested in the smut. So I am just really, really enjoying this, like, a lot. I am very excited to see where it's going to go and how it's going to end. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. So, yeah, I have to go to the mall because I need to go to Sephora because my face is so dry and dehydrated right now, and I need to get a new moisturizer. I need to get a serum. Then I'm going to get some more reading done. I'm like also flying through this book. I think I've only physically been reading it for 2 days, I think, and I'm already almost halfway through the book. It's a quick read, and again, I'm so invested and compelled to continue to read because I'm just so interested in where this plot is going to go, and there's still a lot of, like, between our two romantic people, there's a lot of, like, tension still building, and I love that. That's the thing with romance for me, is there needs to be quite a bit of tension. I cannot do insta-love. I mean, I've never really tried it, but for me, every book I've liked with romance, I like the tension. So there's still quite a bit of tension, so I'm loving that. And it's building. It is building, so we will see. Hopefully I can get some decent reading done today. Me and my fiance do plan on going on a date night. He's actually working overtime today, so once he gets home, we're probably going to go on a date night, probably just like dinner. But so I might not get too much reading done today. I'll probably get way more done tomorrow, Sunday. It is currently Saturday, February, I don't even know what day. The first Saturday of February. So whatever day that is, I forgot to say that. So yeah, we're gonna go do some running around and then eventually read and have fun time. Okay, bye. Is Wednesday, February 6th, and it's been a while since I talked to you guys last. I have read a little bit since I last talked. Actually, as soon as I gave you guys that last update, the book got so much spicier. So much spicier. But I'm still really enjoying it, so we're good there. But it has been a little bit. I actually haven't read it all the last 2 days. Work has just been so busy. I have a coworker that's off, so me and my other coworker have been going in early and doing overtime to do the work that needs to be done. So I have just been so tired every day so far this week, and it's all week. He's on vacation, so I haven't really done much reading at all yet this week, but today is the day. So as far as the book goes, like I said, it got a lot spicier pretty much as soon as I told you guys that there were only like 3 spicy scenes so far. I am currently on page, let's see, 260, and it got a lot spicier after I updated you guys, but it's been good still. I'm still really enjoying it. There was this like moment, and it's not a spoiler because you know this going into the book, like we, the audience, know this pretty much right away, that Baltu is our vampire, and then Dahlia is a witch sent to kill him, but she has like an illusion or a glamour on, so he can't tell. But they get in this like romantic relationship, and Baltu told her and like came forward and confessed to her that he's a vampire, even though she secretly already knew that because that's why she's there, is to kill him. So she knew the whole time, obviously, but he doesn't know that she's like a witch, and she's been going back and forth and being conflicted on whether to tell him or not. And I feel like when he confessed that he was a vampire to her, like that would have been the perfect opportunity for her to come forward to him, but she didn't. So I was kind of like, okay, girlfriend, like, do you have something up your sleeve? What's going on? Like, I don't know when she's going to tell him or if she is. So now that's kind of building tension, and this whole reveal is starting to build up. So we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, nothing too crazy has happened, like plot-wise. We got a couple of more little things, but so far it's been really more so focused on their relationship. So I have less than 100 pages left. I have like around 75 pages left. So theoretically, I could probably finish it tonight. I don't know if I will. I'm going to see how much I can get read. I'm going to read as much as I can because I have been fiending to read because I haven't read it all for the past 2 days. But honestly, I am so tired that I might pass out 30 minutes after laying in my bed because that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to lay in my bed. I'm going to read my book. I'm going to drink some tea. So yeah, we'll see how far it gets. Overall, I'm really enjoying the story. I'm not like crazily blown away by it yet. I really like what the premise is and like what the plot points are, and I do really like the romance and the spice as well. So how this book ends is really gonna make or break the star rating for this book at this point. We'll see. There's a lot to still happen and a lot of conflicts to still kind of be resolved, potentially. I know that there is a second book in the works from this one, so I'm not expecting everything to be totally solved. So I have that in mind, so I know not everything is necessarily going to be like resolved or whatever, but we'll see how it ends. I don't know. All I can do is keep reading, so I will update you guys when I can. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm not done yet. But I am on page 322. So if you know what just happened. Okay, I have 12 pages left. Well, so I finished Blood Orange. Pretty solid read. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I need the sequel because pretty much none of the plot line, like outside of the relationship, none of the plot conflicts came up again. So hopefully those come back up in the second book, in the sequel. But their romance was pretty good, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Do I know what I'm going to rate it yet? No. I'm kind of between like a 3.5 and a 4. I'm thinking more 3.5. I did like it. I did have a good time. I did enjoy it. I do like how it ended, by the way. I didn't really expect that, but I liked it. But one thing I noticed with this book that I don't think I'm really a huge fan of is that we as the audience know so much that the characters don't know, and it almost creates much more of a frustrating experience because it was almost slightly one of those kind of like miscommunication things where a resolution or a solution could be easily created or obtained by just like communication. And there was like a tiny little tinge of that where it was just like, just freaking say it, or just like say what you're internally thinking, or like do something. I very much wanted the characters to say and do things that they just wouldn't say or do that we knew that needed to be said and done, if that makes sense. So I will say with the sequel, I hope that there's a little bit more of us also trying to figure stuff out with the characters instead of us knowing everything and waiting for the characters to figure everything out. Because for me, it's a slightly less exciting reading experience. I like trying to figure things out with the characters. I like there to be kind of like mystery. There were a lot of really interesting plot points and conflicts coming up with like other vampires that were like more evil and were up to no good. But nothing really ended up happening with those plot lines. It really focused on the romance in the end. So that kind of stinks. So I'm hoping that the second book jumps back into that. But I did enjoy my time with this book. I think a 3.5 is probably going to be my rating. I think. It's not set in stone yet, though. Okay, I am a wet dog right now. I just got out of the shower. I put some new nails on, so my nails are fresh. So anyways, I am home. I am chilling on the couch, nice and comfy, and I think I'm ready to start a new book. So I did start The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I only listened to an hour of the audiobook on my way home from work just because I didn't feel like listening to music or like a podcast or anything, so I just put that on. I don't think I like the audiobook of it. I will continue reading it physically. But actually, I'm going to not read that one right now, and I have decided that I really want to get back into Yona of the Dawn. So I've only ever read volume 1 so far, so I'm hoping to read 2 and 3 between today and tomorrow. But I read volume 1 quite a while ago, actually, at this point, but I remember everything that happened, so I'm not going to reread it. It was my first time reading manga, and I made the mistake of only buying 1 volume. So I was like, I finished it very fast, and I was like, oh, I need more volumes now. And volumes like 2 through 5 were out of stock for months, literal months. And then they finally came back in stock, and I ordered them. And then it took forever to get to me for some reason. I ordered them all at the same time, but Barnes & Noble kept trying to like send them all separately, and I was getting them so all over the place. And then volume 2 ended up taking like an extra 2 months. It kept getting delayed, and it took so much longer, so I couldn't even read the volumes I had because volume 2 was taking even longer to get to me, and obviously I can't skip a volume. But I finally have at least up until 6, and I did not realize when I started this manga series how many volumes this is. So it is quite an investment, I will say. There is 36 volumes so far, and it is still going on. I think next month, volume 37 will be coming out, and yeah, I think it's still a continuing manga. So, the artwork of this manga is so stunning. Let me show you guys actually. So, I have volume 1 here. And the artwork of this, the artwork is just beautiful. It is so detailed. Let me flip it on. Okay, first of all, Gorgina. Gorgina. Look at this. I mean, that's not like every page isn't like that, but hold on, let me find a good, like, look at that. Oh my God, like the pattern on her shirt, the detail and just like her hairpin and like the background. I'm obsessed. The artwork is so detailed and so beautiful, you guys. Like, I am obsessed. I'm gonna read volume 2 for that and just relax the rest of the night, get to bed early, go back to work tomorrow, and rinse, repeat, all that jazz. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Hello, so reading updates. I have officially read volumes 2 through 4 of Yona of the Dawn. I was only really planning on doing 2 and 3 at least for this weekend, but I am totally loving the story. So I just decided to immediately read 4 as well. I'll probably read 5 and 6 very soon, and that is all of the volumes I have physically right now. So once I finish 6, I'm gonna have to make sure I go to the store and get the rest of the volumes. Well, not all of them, because again, there's like 38 volumes, but at least get a good stack of them so I can carry on. But I am totally loving this manga series already so far. I'm so excited. So I don't think I even told you guys, but so the first one I read a few months ago. Well, actually, probably almost a year ago at this point. But the premise of this manga series is we're following our main character, Yona, and she is a princess, has been living in a palace her whole life. So she has been very catered to and a bit naive about the world. She's had a princess lifestyle. And tragedy strikes her family, and she has to flee the palace, and people are kind of chasing after her, and it becomes this whole conflict of who is going to now be the leader and the ruler of their kingdom. The general of the palace, his name is Hawk, he leaves and flees with Yona and becomes her bodyguard pretty much, and just wants to protect her. I've just really been enjoying this series already. Volume 2 specifically was so freaking good. Like, I don't usually really star rate manga series and like the volumes individually. I pretty much just mark that I read them on like Goodreads or Storygraphs, so I have like the statistics of how many I've read. I usually don't tend to rate them individually though, because for me it's very much like overall, once the series is kind of said and done, how I liked it as a whole. But volume 2, like standing alone, was so good. I had to give it a 5 stars. I just really love the dynamic that is between Yona and Hawk. Hawk is very like flirtatious. Yona is this cute, sweet, innocent girl, but she's already growing into herself and becoming much more independent and wants to fight and go after what is right. And she's already, having such a good character development, and I'm so excited to see how much further it goes. And then we got so many cute, amazing, lovely secondary characters in volume 2, and even more so in volume 3 and volume 4. I'm just like loving the whole cast so far. I'm loving the storyline. I mean, it's a pretty basic storyline, I guess, but I just really love these characters, and I've already said it, but the artwork in these books is just So phenomenal. The artwork is beautiful. I totally love the art style. And yeah, I'm just really, really enjoying the series. So I am super excited to carry on with these. So that's my update with Yona of the Dawn. All very good, very positive. And then reading update number 2. So I mentioned briefly that I started listening to The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas on audiobook, and I'm not really a fan of the audiobook. But to be honest, I don't know if it's the audiobook or like the story too. Like, I'm just not fully feeling the story right now, and I don't know if I should just set it aside and read a different book and pick this back up later or power through it. I'm kind of struggling with that. While I didn't necessarily like the audiobook, I might just finish this on audiobook. I was planning on continuing it physically, but at the same time, I'm not totally invested in the story that I just don't want to waste the time I have for physical books on this one, which is like not a good sign at all. I finished the first like short story in this, The Assassin and the Pirate King or something like that, or Pirate Lord. Yeah, The Assassin and the Pirate Lord. So I did finish that story, and it was just like, it was okay. There was like stuff in it that happened that was just, I'm leaning towards it, like just pushing through it on audiobook. But it's not a great story so far. Right now it's like a 3-star for me. If even that, because so far it's pretty forgettable. I'm not gonna lie. It's either like a 2 or a 3-star right now, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's my reading update. I will let you guys know. I am going to, this isn't going to be in this vlog, but I wanted to at least tell you the next book I'm going to start. My next book is going to be Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I am super excited to read this, and it kind of goes with the romance I've been feeling, but leaning and shifting back towards like kind of more horror-ish aspect. So that's the end of this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending some of your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. That is amazing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for future content, all the fun YouTube things. Let me know what you guys are currently reading. I would love to hear. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.